Hello, 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 and thank you all for coming in. Uh, let's see if I can get this right. I'm trying this out for the first time, so I don't even know if I'm going to get this right. Um, but my name is Alethea, and I'm the founder and creator of So Much Talent. So thank you all for tuning in this evening. If you see me looking back and forth, I'm looking at another device, looking at my Instagram folks over on this side. And it looks like it might be a little bit of a delay. So I should be streaming from YouTube as well as Instagram. So this is new to me, streaming directly to Instagram as well. So this video tonight serves two purposes. To get into this fabric, 30-yard fabric challenge, as well as testing out this whole platform thingy. So y'all bear with me. All right, so I see there's one person in, so thank you so much for joining. If you're in and you're on YouTube, if you follow me on YouTube, thank you. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you're not following, go ahead and go ahead and subscribe, and be sure to share this out. All right, share this out, and I'll let everybody know that I'm on. If you're on Instagram, thank you for watching on Instagram. Again, it's new to me on Instagram, so I'm not sure how it's translating to you and how you're viewing it. Um, so thank you for watching on both sides. All right. So Authentically D and Jackie, thank you so much for watching on Instagram. I can see you. If you can hear me okay, let me know whether you can hear me or not. And again, if you're on Instagram, if you're on YouTube, let me know you're watching on YouTube. All right. So the main reason I'm here is because I want to share with you holding myself accountable for this challenge that I just joined. And what is that challenge? It's the fabric 30-yard fabric challenge, hosted by Jacinta, Pink Mimosa by Jacinta. All right. So I follow her on Instagram, and I thought this was a great challenge to get involved with because we all have fabric stash, right? And so this was a good way of depleting our fabric stash. So I'll just give you a little brief on how this challenge works. Now, I'm not the host, I'm just a participant. So you can go directly to Pink Mimosa by Jacinta on Instagram. I'm not sure if she's following anywhere. She's anywhere else. She could be on YouTube. Not sure, but I do know I follow her on Instagram. So if you're there, you can follow Pink Mimosa by Jacinta on uh, Instagram. All right. So thank you so much, Rags to Stitches. Sorry. Thank you, Rags to Stitches. Hey, Dee. Thank you so much for joining. Um, so again, let me know if you can hear me okay. So I have my earbud in. I'm not sure how well the sound is going over. I can't hear a thing. So let me know how it's going. All right. Blessings, girl 26. Thank you so much for coming in. All right. So again, the way this challenge goes is that we have to sew 30 yards of fabric. Uh, the start date is August 7th. All right. So when August 7th hit, we cannot buy fabric or notions. So this whole thing is for us to sew from our stash. All right. And so now what we were encouraged to do is take inventory of what we have. So keep in mind, cannot buy fabric, cannot buy notions. All right. So we can buy patterns, but we can't buy fabric or notions. So what I've been doing since I learned of this challenge is to take inventory of what I have. And hang on one second. Let me see. All right, so there you go. I can see you now. I didn't have my comments on. So thank you, Jacqueline. Hey there. Hey, Wanda. Thank you so much for coming in. Um, Name a car for edit. How about a Mazda? C9 Mazda. How about that? One time I married a bar. So, okay. So we got some crazy folks, some silly folks on YouTube, and I'm falling right for it. But anyway, so again, to get back into the challenge, the nutshell of it is that we have to sew 30 yards of fabric without buying more fabric. If you end up purchasing fabric with before you finish the 30 yards, you have to start all over again. If you buy notions before you sew up the 30 yards of fabric, you got to start all over again. So it will behoove us, if those of us that are participating, to go ahead, like I said, take inventory of what you want to do. This helps us sew with a purpose too. So, we so much talent, we generally do this in January. We generally have our stash busting fast for the whole month of January. We sew for 30 days. We don't buy fabric. Excuse me, for 30 days, we don't buy fabric or patterns. You can buy notions and you have a 20% allowance to do that. But this one is a little bit stricter in the fact that you got to have all your stuff together. Now, the beauty of this is that we don't have like a time limit per se to sew this up, not like a month or 30 days. We just have to sew 30 yards of fabric. It's not that hard when you think about it. Now, the goal is to sew this up by the end of the year. So, guys, we got 5 months. Yeah, we got 5 months to do this, right? So we can do that. So I love the fact that we do have time. We're not stressed or anything like that. Hey, Dee, thank you for coming over. So I appreciate you coming over on the YouTube side. Yeah, on the YouTube side. Um, so so in 820, I'm just gonna give a shout out to y'all as y'all see y'all come in as I can see you. So I appreciate y'all taking the time to stop in and listen. So what this is part one. I mentioned earlier on that I was gonna do a 3-part series on just me prepping for this challenge. Because y'all, if you can you can look behind me and just see a snippet of the fabric that I have, but my I have wall to wall fabric. So this was the perfect challenge for me. I was encouraged to join this challenge. I want to give a shout out to Rochelle at Rochelle Handmade by Design, because she personally reached out to me and said, "Girl, you need to be a part of this." So at first I was a little intimidated because I'm like 30 yards. But when you break it all down and you think about it, y'all, we can do 30 yards like that. It's no problem. Now, the other part of this, the beauty of this is that you can give fabric away as well. Now, you can't receive fabric because we're trying to stash bust, right? So you can give fabric away, and that counts towards your 30 yards of fabric. All right. So that makes it a lot easier as well. So, with that being said, if you have any questions, reach out to Jacinta, Pink Mimosa by Jacinta. All right. So I did not tag her in this. If anybody wants to tag her in this, go ahead and tag her. But she's the host of this challenge. I'm just a participant, and I'm just inviting you along on my journey to share what I'm doing. All right. So to get into it, I have calculated so far that I have about 31 yards of fabric. 31. I'm committing to at least 31 yards. All right. This is what this equates to as I measure out the projects that I'm doing and the fabric that I have. All right. So to start off, now I'm saying this is going to be my first project, but I'm working on this as well. So I'm starting off with the a quilt that I'm working on, and in this quilt, there's 6 yards of fabric. All right. So you can see how this quickly can equate into 30 yards easily, right? So if you've got coats that you want to sew for the coming season, winter season, uh, you've got if you love big blousy pants or long what do you call it, dusters, or things like that. Think of the bigger pieces that you can utilize fabric for, and that will help you get to your 30 yards in no time, right? So Dee says someone is receiving it if you're giving it away, right? But maybe they're not part of the challenge though. So somebody might want it. Now they have to be honest. We're all being responsible for our own accountability to be true to the challenge. So if somebody's receiving it and they signed up for the challenge, shame on them, right? So with that being said, Jacinta's made it really easy for us to keep track of our projects, keep track of our yardages and things like that. So if you are following on Instagram, if you go to her bio, she's created a tracking sheet. So you keep track of your fabric, keep track of your projects, what you've done, what you got to do. And also, there's badges along the way. So there's all types of badges for accepting the challenge, badges for completing some of the mini challenges that she has. There's a bingo card. So if you need help trying to decide what to do, if you need, if you lost your sojo maybe, and you just need inspiration on what to sew, there's a bingo card that she's created that you can check off. You can sew different little mini projects, and so there's badges for that as well. All right. So, I don't need no help trying to figure out what I'm gonna sew because there's a couple of few projects that I already know that I want to do. So I started with those, and and then I worked my way out. Now I ain't gonna lie, it was hard trying to figure it out because you can't see everything on my table right now. I wish you could. I'll take pictures maybe later and share it. But my table was full of patterns, and I pulled fabric out, put fabric back in, pulled it out, put it back, because I couldn't decide on what it is that I wanted to do. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna start with the projects that I'm working on and what I want to build on. All right. So many of you know that I just finished up several pieces that I'm working on capsule wardrobe. And there are a couple of pieces that I want to continue to add on to that wardrobe. Most of those colors are like black and white, and then I mixed a little color in there with those printed pants that I did. So there's a blouse that I want to do. I want to finish the pants to the No Me 29, No Me 2069 top that I just did. So those were jump starts, and I'm also part of Make Nine challenge hosted by Rochelle, Handmade by Designs. So there are some things in there that I need to get completed too. So I added that into the mix. So if you already have a plan or already know what you want to do, go ahead and start with those items and then build from there. All right. So again, this is sewing with a purpose, sewing with a plan. And it helps us because a lot of times we just sew all willy nilly because everybody else is doing it, or I like what she sewed. We see all these pretty patterns and we got to have this and we got to have that. And we just build stuff for our wardrobe, which nothing's wrong with having a lot of pieces, but why not sew with purpose? Sew with a plan. All right. So this was perfect for me. All right. This challenge was. So Dee asked the question, can someone put her name in YouTube comments so I can make sure I'm following her? Are you talking about I'm sorry. Are you talking about Jacinta? Pink Mimosa by Jacinta. So that's Jacinta, Pink Mimosa by Jacinta. And I'll try to add this in a little bit later. Are you still following on Instagram as well, Dee? Hey, Michelle. Hey, Stacy. Thank y'all for hanging in there. Thank y'all for joining me. Stephanie, thank you so much for joining me. All right. So again, y'all, I don't know what I look like on Instagram. I see me here and there. All right. So let me not waste any more time and get into my challenges. Okay. Offset Stitch Treasures. Hey, how art thou, Offset? Thank you so much for joining. Listen, come on and join us. Come on in and take part in it. It kind of took my breath away, ain't gonna lie, when I first was propositioned about the challenge. So I was like, ooh, 30 yards. I thought about my busy schedule, my busy lifestyle. Like I almost had a panic attack because I was like, ooh, 30 yards. But when you take a step back and you breathe and you look at, hey, Erica, thank you for coming in YouTube. When you think about it, it could be anything. If you're working on a quilt or you're starting a quilt, that takes lots of fabric. You got many projects that you're working on doing. Anything that you can do to deplete your stash, it will qualify. Just remember, though, you cannot buy fabric. So I do highly encourage you, as I was, to go ahead and take inventory of your fabric. Go ahead and plan your projects out. Write it down on paper, commit to it, and then go from there. My next video, I'll talk about the notions that I need to get. So right now, I just got to the point of picking the pattern and pairing the fabric pairing the patterns and the fabrics together. So this is what I want to show you tonight. But one of my biggest ones is this quilt. All right, so I'm starting this, and now anything gifted to you before August 7th is free game. All right, they're not gonna hold it to you. Anything after August 7th, yeah, you can't receive and tell them to hold off until you get your 30 yards sewn. All right. So I know this is 6 yards in this. So that's 6 yards already gone. Right. So I'm going to finish this. This is also part of my Make Nine challenge. Part of my Make Nine, one of my Make Nine projects was to finish a quilt. So I get to do that. So as they say in the olden days, kill two birds with one stone, which sounds highly gross. But anyway, we're gonna get the job done, right? So I get my quilt done, and I get my Make Nine project done, and I get my 6 yards out of the way. All right. All right. So Erica says, share the challenge with my American Sewing Guild in Baltimore Threads neighborhood. Awesome. Yeah, spread the word. I'm sure Jacinta would love that. To spread the word that you're doing this. Listen, we are fabric hoarders by nature because we're crafters. We're fabric hoarders, and we have tons of notions, threads, and all kinds of stuff, you know. But I guarantee you, if you like me, there's some things that you don't have, like for your specific projects. So let's get those done. All right, let's dig into that. All right, so I hope this encourages somebody because, like, I'm stoked. I'm excited, and although I have a lot of things that I'm doing, my job by nature, I'm actually a sales manager. One of my jobs, I call it one of my jobs, and then I'm also a dressmaker, designer, alteration specialist. I specialize in bridal and formal wear. So I have clients. I work away from home, and I work in my home. I have an in-home studio where I run my business, Alethea Hudson Designs, is where I specialize in bridal and formal wear. So I'm either altering wedding gowns or bridal formal wear, or making wedding gowns, bridal and formal wear. So my time can be real stretched. So that's why the panic attack. I was like, oh, I need to do this. So but don't make it a stressful thing. You know, make it fun, make it exciting. You know, partner with somebody in your neighborhood, in your area. Get with somebody. Y'all can do this together. You're part of a sewing group. I'm sure there's plenty of folks in there in that sewing group that may be doing this challenge. All right. But you have us. All right. So that's why I'm here. And there are other people like Rochelle, Jacinta. There are many others that are doing this challenge. All right. Hey, Debbie. Thank you so much for coming in. All right. So besides the 6 yards and the quilt, I just recently did a loungewear set, the little romper, the robe. Y'all saw me do that, the chevron pink and white print. So I wanted to do this. I am going to do another one of those in this seafoam color right here. This is a knit. So I will do that pattern again in that, but I didn't want to add this to this project. But I did want to use this pattern. So I'm going to do the long pants in black, but I'm going to do the short top in green. All right. So this is going to be about 3.5 yards of fabric, but I'm going to do it in this nice polka dot print. It's a nice little loungy knit, which I'm excited about. I was going to do this piece right here. Um, I was going to do that piece, but I saw this. I remembered I purchased this when I went to Atlanta on our So Much Talent retreat last year. So I'm going to take advantage of that and use this. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's the other thing. Pick some fun pieces. Pick something fun, something that you will enjoy sewing to make it interesting. Get creative, you know. Do something that you're going to like. Don't just sew stuff just to be sewing it to say you're making up 30 yards, but make it fun. All right. So that's about 3.5 yards there. I'm not going to go through the yardage of each one of them, but just know that I have more than enough on this table. Everything that I picked out ended up being like 47 yards of fabric. So I had to scale back and decide what it is that I really wanted to do. All right. So this was another piece. I bought this from Melanated Fabrics. Again, when we did our trip, Atlanta trip last year, we visited, So Much Talent visited Melanated Fabrics, and Brittany was a awesome host. But I found this beautiful piece of fabric, and it was just, I couldn't leave it. It was so inviting. And so I am going to do, this is going to take probably about 4 yards of fabric, but I want to do that jumpsuit right there. All right, this is a pattern, sorry, this is McCall 8101. And so I don't know if y'all can see it. And again, Instagram, I'm so sorry if y'all can't see this. I hope you can. But yeah, I want to do the long pants you see in this, but in this fabric, it's gonna be nice, really nice. So I love it. Uh, so that's that. This is another piece that I bought from Melanated Fabrics. And again, let me tell y'all, I love myself. I love me some Brittany. This fabric, I remember when it was shared with us, and I had to jump on it and get it because I mean, look at that print and everything. It's a challis, a rayon, and I went when I went to get it. I think there was something that happened. Either it wasn't enough yardage, wasn't enough yards when I ordered it, so they couldn't send it all. But then they ended up sending me another piece. So, but anyway, I ended up getting the yardage that I needed. So, and I was very grateful. Like, they worked to get me this fabric, and I mean, can't resist it, right? That's beautiful. So, anyway, with this one, I want to do the Corny Rainbows jumpsuit. Now, I realized that I have like 3 jumpsuits in this pile. That wasn't intentional, but these are things that I wanted to do. So this is something that I wanted to do. I thought I was going to do the romper in another fabric, but when I saw this, I was like, ooh, that's going to be perfect. And that's something I can do now. So this is No Me. Um, let's see, this is No Me 2081. All right. And I'm going to do the long one with the short sleeves. I'm getting excited, y'all. So this is going to be pretty. And it's very lightweight, flowy. So I'm going to do that. Let's see. There was a white pantsuit that's on my make 9 list that I want to do. So I'm planning on doing that. I incorporated that in this as well because that's coming up for me to finish that. So why not, again, take care of 2 things at one time. So this is going to be about 5 yards of fabric. And I am going to use, my goal is to use Vogue 2016, that jacket. And I'm going to do, I haven't decided if I'm going to do the shawl collar, which is the green jacket, or the lapel collar, which is the pink jacket. Haven't decided yet. But I love that. And so, and then the pants, Vogue 2014. I really like that. So my goal is to get that done in this white stretch crepe fabric. So I got tons of this. So a lot of these I'm going to have to get zippers. I'm going to have to make sure I have enough interfacing and buttons and hook and eyes and things like that to finish the project. Now, this was another piece when I remembered I purchased this at Fine Fabrics also last year when we went. And when I was going through my fabric stash, I was cleaning up, trying to organize so I could see exactly what I want to work with. And y'all, when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, I got to do something. And I didn't remember, I came across this pattern that I forgot I had bought. And so I'm going to make it a 2-piece, make it a combo. And so this is a chiffon fabric, very lightweight, but I love the colors. It just has the feel of like a sherbet or ice cream or something. And so it's a pink and like a creamy beige color, but it's so pretty. I hope it translates on screen good. But this is going to take about 5 yards of fabric as well. And I am going to do this top. I'm going to do the shorter version, the crop top. And it has it's like a high-low top. So um, if you see the back of it, it dips in the back pretty long, like right below your hips, but it's cropped in the top. So it's almost like a capelet almost. So that's what I'm doing for the top. And I'm going to go to my tried and true, my Paco Peralta pants, Vogue 1550. I'm going to do the long version. If you remember last year, I just did a couple of pair, did a pair in like a oatmeal linen type and then a white pair that I just recently wore. But they're going to fall differently in this chiffon because they're going to be very flowy. So I'm looking forward to that. So it's going to be uh, this pants right here, the long version, and this top. So it's just going to be it's going to give rich auntie vibes, if you will. So I'm looking for that. Also y'all, I just finished the pants. What did I do with my pants? Hang on, let me show you my pants. All right, so y'all know I had to finish this outfit, and I presented this to you all just recently on how would you style this. And I shared as I was talking with you all, I happened to look back and I saw this polka dot fabric that I just absolutely fell in love with because I wore this recently, but I wasn't really happy with how I styled it. So I decided I really need like a really cute, funky, um, over the top tight blouse to wear with this. And because sometimes I can just be kind of over the top, I can be a little bit eccentric. Think of Betsy Johnson. Yeah, that could be me. All right, so this is what I found, y'all. And there is, I want to say it's about 4.5 yards in this, 60 wide. And so I came across this, and after I chose this, I actually saw a pattern, a top that came across Facebook that had the similar look to it because I was really questioning, do I really want to make this with the big puffy sleeves? And because y'all, I was thinking like a big bow and all the things. And then I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, the shorter top with the droopy sleeve, but I am going to go with use feet. This version right here. I'm going to go with that version, and I'm excited. So I have to share that later. The actual inspiration, which is now an inspirational picture since I've seen it. So it's just a confirmation to me that it's going to be fine. So that's another. And then of course, this piece right here, this yellow, I have more of this. This is the remaining fabric from the Know Me 2069 that I just finished, the top, Lynn Brandley's top. So yeah, I just did that top right there. So I'm going to do the pants to it, but I didn't want to necessarily use the pants to the pattern. So I found a pair of pants that I like that I'm going to make a longer version of. I'm thinking I'm going to make a longer version, or it might be short length. Uh, hey, Shamir, how art thou? Hey, is it handmade? Handmade legacy. How art thou? Everybody else that's coming in, Janine. Hi, Sony. So Nikki. So Nikki Souls. Thank you so much for coming in. All right. Those are all I'm shouting out on Instagram. So this is the pants that I want to do on this. Because for me, especially because the top goes out, it flares out, which I love that. I love that about that pattern. Everything about that Know Me top, I love it. And so I want the pants to be a little bit more slender for me. And the pants that I'm doing, it looks like they have a little bit of uh, I don't know if they're straight. It kind of has the appearance that they bail maybe a little bit. I'm not sure. If that's not the one, this pant right here, they bail out just a little bit and they're kind of cropped. So I like that look. But I want the pants to be cleaned. No, didn't necessarily want the fly front, and I do not want the belt loops on this particular one. So I want it to be a little bit cleaner for this suit. If it was denim or cotton or something like that, then I would probably go straight with the pants from Nomi 2069. But I'm more than likely going to go with this pattern, which is uh, Simplicity 9927. All right. So, but if not, we'll see. I'll go with one of those two, which is a newer Vogue pattern. Eventually, I thought I was going to do this suit, but the fabric that I wanted, I don't have enough. So, and I've had this fabric for years, so I'm not going to find it anywhere. But this pattern is Vogue 2017. So one of those two, but I have enough to get that done. And the beauty of this is that not only will this go with that yellow top, but look, I can wear this top with these pants. Like I'm learning to kind of create pieces that will mix and match with each other, that I can drive my wardrobe a long way, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm excited about as well. Now here, I've got some other pieces. That I just showed you will get me to my 30 yards of fabric. All right, that will get me to my sewing in 30. I did pick out some other stuff. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, that don't look like the patterns that you were showing us earlier. Well, I did tell you that I looked at patterns, I put them back, fabric, but I did the same thing with patterns. Started looking at patterns. I just pulled some stuff out the first time, patterns that I want to use. But as I started looking at the fabrics, I found things that worked better with what I wanted. So that's what I want to go with. Hey, Miriam. Hey, Frenchie. Look. Oh my goodness. So I'm excited about that quilt, y'all. Y'all can't tell. All right, so here's some other things, some extras that I want to get through. I've had this jumpsuit that I've been wanting to do. And I told you I don't know what the theme is. I'm getting into these jumpsuits right now, but they're easy to wear. But this is Vogue 1645. It's an older pattern, but I love the style of it. I mean, that's me. All right. And so I've had this fabric for a while. And I want to say that I got this fabric from Femi Bailey with Lilu Designs. And it's 3 yards of fabric, so it's perfect for this. So it's going to help me bust down my stash. All right. It's going to help me bust down my stash. You say, what did I do? Thank you, Shamir. Thank you. Hey, Miss Avis. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, so I've been putting together my pieces, my fabrics and my patterns for this fabric 30-yard fabric challenge. The more and more I work with it, the more I'm getting excited. Are you guys still with me on YouTube? Let me know. So that was one. Again, I still have more that I put together because I just got way too excited, y'all. So, and I know I had to realize too that some are going to be over in a little bit. And a lot of pieces that I chose were like summary type pieces. But regardless, y'all, I still want to get it sewn up. If I don't get it to wear it during this season, then I wear it next season. Because my goal is, like I've told you once before, the pieces that I sew for me are timeless pieces. And I don't care what nobody say, but I'm going to wear my clothes. I wear stuff because I like it, right? All right, so this, y'all, that was one of the patterns that I shared with you all that I wanted to do. And this was McCall 7774. 77, 74. And so I want to do the long version. I did this one, the shorter version. It's a different style, just a A-line um, type dress. But I wore it to the meet and greet last year at So Much Talent Retreat. And sorry about that. So I'm not going to do the shorter version, but always want to do the longer version. So it's a maxi length dress, but I have this gauze that I got. It's a pink gauze, a really soft pink gauze that I bought in a boxed kit from Mood Fabrics that I want to use. So hopefully this might be one of the first ones that I get to because it's going to be easy. It's going to be quick. And it takes about nearly 4 yards of fabric. So y'all think like big pieces, lots of yardage, then you can get through your fabrics really fast, right? Right, Avis. It's good to be prepared. What did I do with the car strips? All right. I still got, I'm still looking over here. I still have half of the quilt to go. Like I've sewn up half of it. I still have half to go. So I'm excited about it. Like I got started and I couldn't stop. So it's like 6 yards of this. So this is like half of it. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. So I'll probably work on that some more. All right. So Erica says I need winter coats. You are younger and go more places than I. No, ma'am, I don't. I'm a homebody, and I go to work. I work outside my home, and I come home and I work inside my home. Most people know me; they'll tell you in a heartbeat. I go hardly anywhere. Yeah, when y'all see me, you all are my entertainment. That's where I go. You 77. My travels include the grocery store and the doctors. Well, maybe not the doctors, but the grocery store. If it ain't work outside my home, inside my home, if it ain't church, if it ain't running errands or going to the fabric store. But I can be cute going to the mailbox. You never know what's gonna come up, right? Hey Diana, how art thou? Hey Lavon, thank you so much for joining. Hey Sean, thank you so much for joining. All right, so and if I missed anybody else, thank you so much for joining. But so yeah, that and y'all, this I thought was so cute. I bought this one of my local it's there's a shop here locally. It's called B&B. It's a privately owned fabric shop. Generally so generally sells like specialty fabrics like bridal formal wear fabrics, but she's also gotten in like cottons and things for people, women who like to sew quilts and children's clothes and things like that. So there's some other things that she started carrying. And periodically she'll have like a remnant table of stuff she's getting rid of. Y'all, I saw this right here, and to me it was just so pretty. I just it's like easy breezy. And it's a cotton. And so I want to make the cutest pants out of these. I'm good. I'm good. And so there's two pair of pants I want to make from this pattern. I love this pattern, and I don't know why. I love it. But it has the big cargo pocket, and it does have belt loops on it. And so it's these pants right here. I want to make those. And so I want to make those out of this stripe pants right here. But I also, as I was looking through my stash, I found this piece. Now, when I tell you, I can be eccentric in my dress sometimes. It depends on the day. Call me Denise Huxtable, the grown up version. Because if I like it, I sew it. If I see it, I wear it. I like it. So I saw this piece of fabric and I do not remember where I got it from, but it is I don't even know the designer of this fabric, but it says Brother Sister Design Studio. I'm not sure where I purchased this from, But I love the fabric, but it immediately reminded me of like the pinup girl days. What era do you call it? What, like the 40s? This top, let's see if I have this top in front of me. Oh, what did I do with the top? I have to find out what I did with the top, but it's just a little button up top, a little fun top. I had them all together. I'm not sure what I did with it. But anyway, the pants, I saw this denim fabric that I had in my stash. So I wanted to make this again with that, with this pants right here. I wanted to make that because I like that look with the pockets, and then with the simple little button up top with the half sleeve with the cuff. And with this two paired together, I could just see a little bandana tied on my head, a little red printed bandana. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I see. And I don't know what I did with the pattern. I had everything right here in front of me, and it may have fallen off somewhere. Oh, here it is. So actually, the sleeve is a little bit longer. So, but this top right here, I like that top. But I'm thinking I'm gonna modify it, and I like it the top to be like a little cap sleeve, a little bit longer than a cap sleeve, maybe a half length with a cuff. And then with that button up right there, that's exactly what I see out of this pattern. What is the 30-yard challenge? Oh, no problem. Hey, everybody is coming in. All right, can you show the pattern number again of the pants? This one. And I'm sorry, y'all, I did miss the pattern numbers on some of them. So, and I'll answer you, Sean. I haven't forgot you. So this is Simplicity 9923. Simplicity 9923. Hey, J Rock. You switched to YouTube. Okay. All right. So the hey, Miss Addie, everybody else that's coming in. So the 30-yard challenge is hosted by Pink Mimosa by Jacinta, and you can go to her Instagram and you can read all about it. Go to her bio, and she may even have it in the timeline. But what she does, the whole goal of the challenge is to sew 30 yards of fabric without buying more fabric and without buying notions. So that means August 7th is the start date. You can start now if you have all your stuff together, okay? But she gave us a little bit of breathing room to go ahead and get our stuff together. And so once August 7th hits, do not buy fabric or do not buy notions if you're participating. All right. You can buy patterns, but you can't buy fabric or notions. If you end up buying fabric before you've sewn up 30 yards of fabric, then you have to start all over again. So the goal is to help us to de-stash, right? And to have fun doing it. So she's, if you go to her bio, she has a tracking sheet where you can track your projects, track your progress, write it all down. She also has a bingo card. So if you get stuck and not sure what you want to sew, you need a little bit of inspiration, need some help, need some motivation to get to sewing through your fabric. She gives little mini projects and mini challenges to help you along the way. And so now you can give away fabric, and that counts towards your 30 yards, but you cannot receive fabric throughout this process. The only deadline that I'm aware of is this needs to be sewn by the end of the year. All right, so you got a long stretch. So with that, that was the reason why I accepted, because I know I have stuff that need to be sewn. I've got stuff that I want to do, but I'll forever say I want to do this, I want to do that. But sometimes I need a little fire up under me. And I need to take a little time for me to get some things sewn that I want to get sewn. It's just like a hairdresser or a nail stylist, hairstylist or nail stylist, that you do everybody else's hair, you do everybody else's nails, but you don't take care of yourself. So this will help me take care of me and help me put some other pieces in my wardrobe. So I hope that helped, Sean. So, but anyway, I'm not the host of the challenge again. Pink Jacinta, Pink Mimosa by Jacinta is her Instagram handle. She has all the details. She's done live videos and reels to talk about the challenges and spread the word. Get as many people involved because they all, if y'all like me, I have wall to wall fabric and wall to wall patterns. It's ridiculous. So I need help. I need help sewing it. I need a booster. Right. Uh, is it Sia and Company or Saya and Company? Ooh, I can do that. Can you drop the name of the account again? If somebody would type Pink Mimosa by Jacinta. Pink Mimosa, just like the drink, Pink Mimosa by Jacinta, Jacinta. And I'll make sure I add it to my Instagram. Also, if you scroll down my page on Instagram, you'll see where I posted about the challenge. You should see her not her hashtag, but her account, her tag. I tagged her in it. All right. Y'all see me looking over. I'm reading my Instagram over here. All right. All right, Miss Avis, come on over to YouTube. All right, so if you're not following me on YouTube, please do my YouTube handle. Of course, there's so much talent everywhere. If you're not following Inside the Group on Facebook, if you're a Facebook person, you're still over there, you can join us in the Facebook group. There's also the Facebook page, but in the group is where everybody shares their projects, asks questions, get the help you might need. Just the other night, we did a really good live. And, you know, a lot of stuff I do over there, you might not see me do out in the public. But sometimes you may have questions that are sensitive questions, you know, pertaining to sewing, whatever the case may be. But if you're part of the So Much Talent Facebook group, you get to see all of that. All right. Thank you, Miriam, for sharing that on YouTube. Pink Mimosa by Jacinta. All right. So this is part one, you guys. So what I got to do now that I've paired my fabrics and everything of what I want to do, and you can see right here what I did was I had these handy. So I just took these little hello tags and I put on here on my fabrics what pattern I want to use with my fabric so that I can keep everything together. I haven't put them in bags or anything, but I just kind of did them like this. Just tagged them, put how much fabric is needed in each one so I can help keep an inventory of that. So what I'm going to do is print out the worksheet that Jacinta provided that'll help me keep track of what I'm doing and how much yardage that I'm depleting. If you're planning on giving yardage away, giving fabric away, which might not be a bad idea, make sure you add that into the mix as well. All right. So now that I've gotten all my fabric and patterns paired together, my next video that I share with you all, I'll come before you, I'll talk about the notions that I need to purchase, or maybe I will have already purchased them by the time that video starts, not sure. But either way, my next video will talk about the notions that I need. All right. Well, thank y'all so much for joining me. I can't wait to get started. So if you're planning on participating, head on over to Pink Mimosa by Jacinta and drop a comment under where the post where she shares about the challenge, and just say I'm in or challenge accepted. And that way you're in. Remember, you're your own accountability partner. You got to hold yourself accountable to it. Nobody's checking, nobody's watching, you know, we're not keeping up with you. She's not keeping up with us, but it's on you, boo. It's on you. All right, just one other question. All right, so yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, so if you're on Instagram, Sia, tell me your first name. Is it Sia or Saya and Company? She posted. Hey, SD Designs and Creation. No, you haven't missed it. Catch the replay, please. So yeah, and Worshiper Grant, thank you so much for joining. Yeah. So much class. Thank you so much for joining. Akira. Hi, Akira. That's pretty. I like that. So no, you haven't missed anything. You can watch the replay here. Should be able to watch the replay here on YouTube and yeah, on YouTube and also on Instagram. So again, if you're not following me on YouTube, go ahead and follow. Just look for So Much Talent, and you'll be able to catch the video, watch the replay, and you should be able to may be able to watch the replay here live. Um, I mean, here on you on Instagram. But if not, I'll make sure um, we populate it. All right. Hey, Miss Sheila. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. It's been a while. All right. Um, on Facebook or Instagram. Yeah, you should be. It should be here on both, but it would definitely be the video would definitely be up on YouTube, so you'll be able to catch it there if you don't see it on Instagram. All right. Well, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me and listening to me ramble on about my fabric, y'all. But tonight, I am going to go. I'm gonna get back into this. I'm excited about this piece because this is part of my Make Nine. And if you're not familiar with Make Nine, the Make Nine challenge is, I believe it's too late to get in that challenge. However, you can follow the progress and the process of those that are involved, like myself. But this quilt is one of the projects that I have to do for Make Nine. So if you want to know more about that, or maybe get in on future Make Nine challenges, follow Rochelle at Handmade by Design, at Rochelle Handmade by Design. She's here on Instagram a lot. I mean, yeah, on Instagram and also on YouTube. All right, so make sure you all are following her. Oh, thank you so much. Always pop up. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Um, it's I can't tell you what's going on with it, but I thank you anyway. Miss A, she made it over to YouTube. All right. Well, I hope so. That's my goal. That's my whole goal. Avis is to give inspiration. That's what So Much Talent is all about. To inspire you to sew, to inspire you to be creative, to inspire you to do something you haven't done before. You know, and a lot of these challenges that a lot of us creatives put out in the community is to help inspire you. You know, we hear a lot of people say, "Well, I lost my sojo." You know, I don't know, I don't feel like sewing, and you know, things happen, life happens, right? And so a lot of these challenges are out there to do that. And so just pick a challenge and jump in, you know, even if you don't feel like you can commit to the 30, just sew along with something. Just pick up fabric and pick up something and do it. I do want to say this because there was one lady, I think, in the group. I can't remember where it was, whether it was either on Instagram or whether it was in our live inside the Facebook group the other night. But she says she want to go ahead and sew, but she don't want to. She's afraid to mess up fabric. Y'all, don't be afraid to mess up fabric because it's just that, it's fabric. You might feel like the fabric that you think you're gonna mess up is beautiful fabric, but there's gonna be more beautiful fabric that comes along. If you don't want to cut into your beautiful fabric, then cut into an old sheet, cut into an old piece of cheap fabric, you know, but do something to motivate yourself to try something. Because if you're constantly looking at fabric or you buy fabric but you won't sew it, why? Give it to somebody who's gonna sew it. All right, give it to somebody who's gonna sew it. All right, well, that's it. I didn't want to spend too much time on here, but I thank you for joining me on both Instagram, on YouTube and Instagram. I was trying something new with the whole Instagram feed. The last time I tried it, there was one step that I missed, but it looks like I was successful this time. So I'm gonna go back and see what that looks like. But thank y'all for helping me with that. Um, Miriam asked, or she says, when are you sewing those on car strips again? Got some jelly rolls to sew as well. I'm gonna do it tonight. So anybody up for some jelly roll sewing? Let me know. I'll be happy to go back live on YouTube, or I'll be happy to go live in the group. So let me know if y'all up for some jelly roll sewing tonight. I'm all in. Inbox me and let me know. All right. Well, I love y'all to life. Y'all have a good evening and get some sewing done. All right. Take part in the challenge. It won't hurt. I promise you. It won't hurt. You have fun doing it. All right. Y'all have a good evening. All right. Bye.